Every year feels shorter than the last, not because time is moving faster, and not because you're getting older. There's something else, something almost invisible, quietly changing the way you experience your life. It doesn't steal your time. It steals something far more valuable, the moments that make your life feel alive. Maybe life isn't getting shorter. Maybe your memories are. By the end of this video, you'll understand why life feels like it's slipping away. And once you understand it, you'll never look at time the same way again. There was a time when one summer vacation felt like an entire lifetime. Waiting for your birthday felt almost impossible, and a single school year seemed to last forever. Every day felt like a small adventure. Every week left behind a memory. Every year felt like another chapter in a much bigger story. But somewhere along the way, without anyone noticing, something quietly changed. Weeks became months. Months became years. Birthdays started arriving before they even felt far away. And one day, almost without warning, we all found ourselves asking the same question. Where did all the time go? It feels as if someone quietly pressed fast forward on our lives. Maybe we were never losing time. Maybe we were losing something else. If time isn't disappearing, then what is? The answer isn't found on a clock. It's found inside your brain. We think life is measured by the hours we live, but your brain has never cared about hours. It remembers moments. Think about your very first day at school, your first bicycle, your first real friend, or your first job. Chances are you can still remember parts of those moments, not because they lasted longer, but because they were new. Every first experience leaves a deeper mark. Not on the calendar, but in your memory. That's why childhood feels so much longer, not because children have more time, but because they experience more things for the very first time. And maybe that's the first clue to solving this mystery. So, what actually changes as we grow older? It isn't time, and it isn't the clock. It's the way our days begin to look the same. We wake up, follow the same routine, take the same road, meet the same people, come back home, and do it all again tomorrow. At first, it feels like just another ordinary day, but your brain doesn't see it that way. When today looks almost identical to yesterday, there isn't much that's worth remembering. Slowly, ordinary days begin to blend together. Weeks become a blur, months become a blur, and before you even realize it, even years begin to feel the same. That's why it isn't that life moves faster, it's that fewer moments stand out enough to slow it down. But here's the part most people never realize. Feeling like life is moving faster isn't the real problem. If life feels faster, the real loss was never time. It was something much quieter and much harder to notice. Because every ordinary day that quietly slips away takes a small piece of your story with it. The conversations you barely remember, the laughter that disappeared too soon, the sunsets you never stopped to watch, the little moments that seemed ordinary until they were gone. One day you look back, not searching for more years, but searching for more memories. And that's when you realize something. Life doesn't feel short because it ended too quickly. It feels short because too little of it stayed with you. And maybe that's the saddest part of all. But here's the beautiful part. Nothing you've heard so far means life has to keep feeling this way. Because if your brain remembers moments, then the answer isn't more time. The answer is more moments worth remembering. Not every day has to be extraordinary, but every once in a while, do something that breaks the routine. Visit a place you've never been. Learn something you've never tried. Say yes to an experience your future self will be grateful to remember, because years are made of days, but memories are made of moments. And in the end, we rarely remember the ordinary Tuesdays. We remember the days that made us feel alive. Time never stole your life. Routine did. Time never made your years feel shorter. Repetition did. But your story isn't over. Tomorrow, you can choose a different road. One new moment, one new memory, one meaningful day at a time. Because in the end, the life you remember will always feel longer than the life you simply lived.